The living legend, singer-songwriter Bob Dylan. His lyrics became poetry embodying the spirit of the times. And in 2016, he even won the Nobel Prize for Literature. Now, in 2025, a stage has been set to find Korea's Bob Dylan. Introducing the singer-songwriter competition, Hidden Stage. No age, gender, or nationality restrictions. Under the sponsorship of the Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism and the Seoul Metropolitan Government, if you're ready to take the stage with your own music, don't miss the opportunity. Hello everyone, this is Culture Crunch's DJ Joel. On today's Tune-In Time, we have a special guest, singer-songwriter who brings their own unique music to life. Now, after we listen to a song, Gehwa, Flowering, by Lucy, we will get to meet her.
아리랑이 기는 이부시고 포근해진 얼음은 겨우 녹아내릴 것만 같아 동지서 딸기 낚인 밤 지나 헤매었던 발걸음 있잖아 그때가 기억조차 안 나 새하얗게 웃던 나를 기억하나요 그대 내가 느낀 모든 걸 너에게 해줄 수 있다면 바람아 내게 봄을 데려와줘 시간아 나의 봄에 스며들어 점점 더 소리 없이 일렁이며 떨고 있는 초라한 맘은 흐르는 물에 연꽃처럼 전부 멀어져 갈 거야 넌 그저 그 자리에 그대로 새하얗게 웃던 나를 기억하나요 그대 내가 느낀 모든 걸 너에게 해줄 수 있다면 할 수 없을 것 같은 그 맘 혼자만 남아 시들지는 않을까 괜찮아 언젠가 다르게 피어날 거야 나는 그런 널 기억할 거야
The background music of my life, the playlist of my life. Feast your ears on the live performances and stories of musicians who just can't live a life without music. This is TuneIn Time. Welcome to TuneIn Time. This week's guest is a singer-songwriter with a unique energy and deep emotions. Olivia Marsh, hello!
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. Please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Olivia Marsh and I'm a singer-songwriter. Thank you.
Yes, simple and basic to the point, but very demure, you know. So you've been on Arirang many times.
Yeah.
You have, but your first time on Culture Crunch.
Yes, I was so surprised when I walked into the studio. I was like, oh, it's done up so beautifully.
That's what I'm saying. We do it a little bit different here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our studio's a little bit different. But it's also your first time in the smart radio studio.
Yes, I love the setup. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? These days, you must be so busy, so I want to do thank you for coming out on this show.
No, thank you for having me, of course.
Yeah, well, we're both mixed, mixed half Korean, right?
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of like a bond there, even though I'm meeting you for the first time today. Yeah. You must be busy. You are preparing for an Asian tour.
I am.
Good heavens.
I've actually been to two cities already.
Really?
Yeah, we went to Kuala Lumpur and Bangkok.
Really?
And it was just unforgettable.
That must be some kind of feeling. She came to Culture Crunch all the way from overseas, taking a break from her tour to do our show. Yeah. So this is your
there it is.
your poster. Look at that.
Yeah.
Are you sure this is not like a hobble? Like a magazine shoot? Doesn't this look like a magazine shoot?
Yeah, so we went to Kuala Lumpur and Bangkok, and now we're preparing for Taipei and Hong Kong, which I'm so excited about.
Wow. Well, and I mean, we're gonna get into like the intricacies of your debut and stuff, but I mean, you've been out for what, about a year now?
Yeah, well, I debuted, I think it was October last year officially. So it hasn't been 6 months.
Okay.
Wow,
right.
time flies.
And already on tour. We have a world star in the studio with us today. So what made you decide to kind of want to go on an Asian tour? And how did it come about? Like, this is a big thing going on tour, you know?
Yeah, well, looking at like social media and stuff, I realized that there were a lot of listeners overseas and I really wanted to kind of perform my songs in person for them. So we decided to do an Asia tour, and I'm just kind of so thankful and amazed and surprised that people overseas are listening to my music.
Oh, please.
But yeah, this time we're doing Asia, but hopefully we have more of an opportunity to go all around to different other cities around the world later on.
I smell a world tour. I smell it already. So, I mean, going on tour, it can be very difficult. Physically, you have to go on airplanes, you have to get used to time differences and rehearsals and all that stuff. And it takes a lot of endurance to be able to do this. So what's your secret to keeping up with endurance? Like, were you running on the running machine while we're singing, or like, how do you keep up?
Yeah, well, actually, I am. I'm doing a lot of cardio now. But I've never done cardio all throughout my life, and I'm starting now and realizing how difficult it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how do you find, you only debuted last year, but the life of a singer is very rough. You don't always get to sleep as much as you want to. You don't always, you have to exert a lot of energy. Like, how do you find yourself maintaining an intense schedule like that?
I think it's a lot of mind power, actually, like kind of talking yourself through it and stuff. But I say that I have like some days where it's really busy, but then I also have off days where it's just like nothing. And I love those days as well. I love both because I love meeting people and having the experience and opportunity. But I also love kind of snuggling up in bed by myself. I'm a bit of a homebody.
Right. So, okay, this isn't actually in the script. I'm just going to ask you anyway. Like, your MBTI.
Yes.
Are you considered an introverted person or an extroverted person? Do you, in your opinion?
완전 I예요.
완전 I.
I am 극 I.
All right, but when you're on stage though, because I've seen footage of you before. I'm like, oh no, she's pretty energetic. Like, she got it going on.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to switch that on and off, you know? Like, I mean, do you find that for yourself?
I still feel like I am pretty shy when I go up on stage, especially like when these people have come for me and I'm seeing them like face to face and they're so close. So I do get nervous, but also I'm just like, I always feel really moved meeting them. I had the first experience where they were kind of singing along to one of my songs and I just couldn't believe it. It was just surreal.
A little bit of tears, a little bit crying?
Afterwards, yeah.
Well, see, one of the beautiful things about going on a tour is you get to go to various countries, various cities, and you know, every place that you go is going to have different cultures and different people. Do you find yourself preparing yourself differently for every place that you go? You know, in terms of like, you know, how you'll interact with fans or, you know, something like that. Do you have anything like that?
Ooh, actually, we have something special planned for each city where I kind of sing a song in their language.
Really?
Yeah, so it's pretty difficult. So I always have kind of the lyrics next to me to help me along.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But it's been so wonderful and I really hope they like it.
Oh, you know what? I think the Olivia Marsh fans, if they want the true experience, they got to fly to each city to your tour, you know? Yeah, so you actually have an album that you just released called Meanwhile, correct?
Yeah.
Please introduce us. Look at that.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Well, actually, the cover of the album itself kind of explains what it's about.
Okay.
It's sort of the different emotions and experiences and stories, relationships I was going through sort of the past 2 to 3 years of songwriting that I was doing, because I was actually writing these songs and I wasn't intentionally meaning for me to perform them. But I feel like naturally when you songwrite, your own stories and emotions come out in the demos.
Of course.
So these were songs that I really connected with, and that's why we decided to put them out for the first EP as an introduction of who I am.
Right. I mean, I'm looking at the cover here. And this is also a work of art, everybody. But I'm looking at this and I can see, like, you know, in the songwriting process, you're finding something maybe. You're kind of like, man, I don't know. And then this one is like, you're frustrated, it seems like, maybe.
Yeah.
And this one's like, yes, this is it, right here. Am I right? Do I got it?
Oh, yeah.
There we go, that's it. Real recognize real, as I say. But it does capture your personal, you know, experiences and the journey of being a songwriter. Like, can you explain anything regarding that, you know, in the songwriting process?
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess like each song kind of happens differently. Like sometimes it starts with the track. Most of the time for me, it starts with the track. And I'm very inspired by, say, the producer or the top liner that I'm working with. And it's just kind of that synergy and bouncing off each other. And usually we kind of finish it in a day and it's just kind of like fine tuning later on. Okay. And for me personally, lyrics come later. So I kind of sketch down what I want and then kind of think about the lyrics a lot more.
Well, you know, that's really fascinating because, you know, lots of different artists, they have a different way of approaching songwriting and making songs. Some people come up with the lyrics first or the melody first or the top line first, whatever. So you listen to like the track first, get a feel about what it's about, and then you go for the feel, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I definitely have to be inspired by the track.
Right. Yeah. You can't just write to anything. It's got to be something inspiring.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah. So how long did it take you to put this album together? Because, you know, it depends by person and where you are, you know, in the creative process. But how long did you personally take to put this album together?
Oh, I mean, probably like after we decided to kind of put an EP together, a good 6 months or a year.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really sure about the timeline, but these songs have actually been in the making for like couple years now, because the demos were actually written way before I even decided to debut as a singer.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay, so you know, you wrote these songs like, and you thought that maybe never really thought that they would materialize into an album. Is it kind of like just a thing?
Yeah, I always thought that they were going to go to like other artists, but they were there in my files and I kept on coming back to them.
But you know, I think when you make, you know, as a singer-songwriter, every song that you create, whether it's for yourself or not, you know, you put your all into it. So, you know, nothing wasted for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
But your title track also has lots of 80s and 90s vibes in the track. I'm a 90s kid, so I know all about that. You know, I'm like, oh, I like that. You know what I mean? I'm having not flashbacks, but like memories, you know,
Really?
from the
Nostalgia.
vibe of the 90s. You know, retro sounds also are very much coming back into, you know, style, these especially 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
So like, how did you find this retro sound?
This was actually also the producer because the track itself had that kind of 80s to 90s teen pop kind of feel for me. So I was very inspired by that. And also I loved all the music back then. My auntie introduced me to so much of the divas and like
There you go.
music that she
Any
loved.
particular diva in particular that you're like, wow, I love that person, their music. Madonna, Cher, something like that. I don't know.
Oh, sure. Madonna,
Cher?
yes. I mean, I listen to a lot of Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston,
Celine
yes, we
Dion,
love Whitney.
Loved. Amazing vocals.
Yeah, so we actually have so many messages right now, but I can't read all of them, but I'm just going to read a few just to say hello. Clara, good morning, Joel and everyone. Leon, good morning. Can't wait to see your performances and hear about your album. Big fan of yours. We have Sangmin saying hello to everybody. We have people from all over in the world. Let's see, Rainbow says hello. There's just too many. I think the iPad might crash, you know. But so you did mention that you really, really like some of the divas, some of the throwback, you know, the people that inspired you to sing, right?
Yeah.
So who have you been listening to that's a recent artist? Because, you know, Whitney is a legend and we all love Whitney, but, you know, you listen to some contemporary music as well.
Absolutely. I'm obsessed with Tate McRae at the moment.
Excuse me?
Tate McRae.
Okay,
Her
Tate
new
McRae, okay. Yeah.
Amazing. Revolving Doors, like.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
You know, you're very globally, you like global music. Like you're not just like, oh, I only like K-pop or I only like this or I only like that, right?
Yeah, I feel like my music taste is pretty eclectic, I would say. Because I actually studied in Melbourne when I was in university, and I kind of got opened up to a lot of different genres and styles during my time there. So I listened to a lot of classical and jazz around that time, and sort of ambient music as well. That kind of stuff really inspires me.
So do you find that as a singer-songwriter, when you listen to a variety of genres of music, it really helps in the creative process and appreciating, you know, being able to appreciate like a song?
Definitely. I feel like it probably does have some kind of influence on me. I know that I go through phases of being obsessed with a song. Personally, when I get hooked on a song, I listen to that song to death.
Me too.
Until
hundreds of times.
I can't listen to it anymore. There's actually only a few selected songs that I could just listen to it all day and I won't get tired of it.
Yeah. So, okay, if you had 3 songs right now that were on infinity, like, repeat, what do we got?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Nasaya Patterns.
Okay.
Lies You Tell by Emotional Oranges.
Okay.
Tame Impala Eventually.
I must say, like, I never expected to come on Korean TV and hear these names. I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm very impressed, actually. But yeah, I've actually am very curious about also you personally as a person, you know, because your story is quite interesting on how you ended up as a singer, you know, like, you know, on our show and, you know, going on tour. But you moved to Korea from Australia and you started out at a corporate job?
Yes, I did.
How did that happen?
Well, I kind of came back. So I did uni in Melbourne and we were in lockdown at the time.
Right, okay.
And I missed my family so much. So I was kind of like in my head, as soon as I finish, I'm going to Korea and I'm just going to spend time with them and live there for a bit. Because I also really miss Korea a lot. Because I lived here probably around 3 years when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
And hadn't been back since then. And so I came out here and was like, you know that moment in your life where you're like, okay, what on earth do I do now?
Okay. More than you know.
Yeah, it was kind of that period. And I just kind of put my resume out into the world, like everywhere, not thinking that I would actually get picked or have an interview because I didn't have like any experience whatsoever.
Right.
But I was surprised, like a month later, I got a call back and ended up working at a 회사.
That's incredible. So
yeah,
what kind of company was it?
it was like it made creative content, so
Okay.
like short form content.
Okay.
And at first I started on the story team, so I actually had nothing to do with the music side of it. But I think a month later, after I started working there, I slowly shifted to the music team. And,
Right.
that's kind of how I came to songwriting as well, because the people there were actually freelance songwriters.
Right.
And just kind of working with them and meeting more people. That's kind of how it started for me.
See, isn't it funny how life works out? Like it's really like random. Like you never know. Things just happen so randomly. But so becoming a songwriter, you obviously had interest in music, since you were a kid,
Yeah.
But that eventually led you to becoming a singer-songwriter yourself, and you've built an incredible repertoire of songs that you've created for various singers. I have a list here. Boa's on the list,
Boa's on
the
the
queen of K-pop. The person, one of the first people that started it all, the Kiss of Life, Oh My Girl, the list goes on and on and on. So when you write songs for like these incredible, influential K-pop stars, right? Have you ever, written a song that you gave to someone and you were like, man, I really wish I could have used that song? I mean, now that you're here as an active singer, like, do you ever think that, I wish I could have done this song myself?
I definitely have a bit of an attachment to all of the songs. Like they all feel like my babies. But I would say that they did it so like to their style. I probably couldn't match that if I released it.
Oh man, I don't know. Well, on that note, let's see here. What if we actually saw you sing a live song? Because 안 볼 수가 없죠. We have to see it. It's time for a live performance, and you're going to be performing for us the title track of your album,
Yes.
Meanwhile.
Yes.
And that's a live performance just for us, right?
Yes, just you guys.
Okay, so everybody, what should we pay attention to while we're listening to the song? Anything in particular?
Ooh, strategy. I'd say the harmonies, because we did it 빵빵하게.
Oh yeah,
So,
빵빵하게. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so while we get ready to listen to Olivia sing live, let's take a quick break for our listening guide. Catch Culture Crunch on Arirang Radio at 11 a.m. KST every day. You can listen to our show via the Arirang Radio application, which you can download from your app store, or watch the program on Arirang TV. If you're in the Jeju area, tune in to 88.7 in Jeju City, 88.1 in Seogwipo City, or 101.9 in the Daejeong area. If you're in Busan, you can listen from BEFM 90.5, and in the Kijang, Noksan, Jeongwan areas, tune in to 103.3. You can also join us on our YouTube live stream. The channel is Arirang Radio K-pop. And if you miss any of these, don't worry. You can catch the radio rerun at 2 a.m. KST every day. Don't forget, there are exclusive episodes on Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. KST only on Arirang Radio. Head to the Culture Crunch Send Messages board on the Arirang Radio website or email us at culturecruncharirang@gmail.com to send us your song requests and messages. Today on TuneIn Time, we are joined by singer-songwriter Olivia Marsh, and we are going to take a listen to her live. I'm so excited. Let's enjoy Strategy by Olivia Marsh.
Not getting it right. I'm stuck on this ride. It's only gonna crash, I bet you know why. None of your mind tricks, cause when it comes to you, it's never here nor there. Fall every time. It's almost like a tease and reading my mind. So what you want from me, what you want from me? So what you want from me? Hate that you got a hold of me. I don't know what you got over me. Where does it stop? I'm in denial and losing control. Baby, help my sanity. Oh, is it really love or is it fantasy? What's the game you're playing with me? Oh, tell me about it go down. You turn the lights out and get another round. Know it's a setup, but I only got you on my mind. To me your kindness, none of your mind tricks. Cause when it comes to you, it's never here, not there. Fall every time. It's almost like a tease and reading my mind. So what you want from me, what you want from me? So what you want from me? Hate that you got a hold of me. I don't know what you got over me. Where does it stop? Oh, I'm into now and losing control. Baby, help my sanity. Oh, is it really love or is it fantasy? What's the game you're playing with me? Oh, tell me about the strategy. Pulling and breaking hearts and do for the tonight. Baby, help my sanity. Oh, tell me about the strategy. I know that it's been a while since it felt like this.
It's been a while since it felt like this.
You got me melting in your hands and it makes me sick. Strategy, baby.
It's been a while since it felt like this.
Can I keep my sanity? You better come up with a better
Strategy.
Baby, help my sanity. Oh, is it really love or is it fantasy? What's the game you're playing with me? Oh, tell me about the strategy. Pulling and breaking hearts and do for the tonight. Baby, help my sanity. Oh, tell me about the strategy.
Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Wow, I can't. It's going in my playlist. I'm saying it right now. You guys are listening and watching Culture Crunch on both Arirang Radio and TV. It's March 12th, Wednesday, Culture Crunch. Today on TuneIn Time, we have the incredible singer-songwriter Olivia Marsh. I'm sorry. You have an incredible voice. I was grooving. I was getting down, you know. There is a ton of comments. I'm going to read a few of them.
Okay.
Some of them are in Korean. So, all right. So Benny says, I love this one. 꿀먹 says, 너무 좋다, 유유. 딴딴띠, 아침부터 귀가 녹아요. Saying that, oh, my ears are melting in a good way, in the morning. Rodolfo says, great performance. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but... Oh, wait. Okay, Crash Override says, very nice. Maya Blue, clap, 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 clap. Rainbow Post says, obsessed. Obsessed. Like Mariah Carey, obsessed. I must say, your voice is very, very, very good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like I'm very... This song is going on my playlist
Really?
on my way home.
Oh my goodness.
You're going to be making a lot of that, what do you call that? Licensing money off of me. Yes. So, starting this week on TuneIn Time, we're featuring a mini segment where we answer fan questions. We actually received about 7,000 million of them. But I will be asking you on behalf of some of the fans. Okay, so how do you feel answering questions? You okay with that?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's do this. Your fans are really curious about many things. Of course, there was lots of questions, while they are also very important, like what do you eat to be this beautiful? And where are Olivia's angel wings? We've picked the best questions to ask you. Things that I would probably ask too, because I'm genuinely curious.
Okay.
So let's go with number one. What was your nickname in elementary school?
Ooh.
Because I heard that you spent some time, you said you spent some time in Korea as a kid and you had some nicknames.
Yeah, well, growing up in Australia, I was always called Livy or Liv because it's just kind of the short.
Right. There's a lot of that in the comments saying, oh, Livy. At first I was
really?
confused, but now I get it.
Yeah, so my family and friends always called me Liv or Livy or Ia because I couldn't pronounce Olivia when I was a baby,
really?
so I used to go Ia. But in elementary school in Korea, I think they just call me Kyuna.
Kyuna?
Yeah, my Korean name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's weird because to this day, like my elementary school friends, because I keep in touch with some of them, they're like, Kyuna. And I'm
Really?
like, oh my God, flashback.
Your elementary friends from Korea?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I guess it makes like more sense in Korean. Olivia,
Olivia. It's very long. Even writing it, I'm like, Olivia.
They're like, oh, 성은 O이신가요? Okay, all right, great. So how can someone sing as well as you? Because listen, vocal queen slayage going on, So is it a natural talent or did you train to have like a voice like yours, and how do you maintain it? Do you have a routine or anything like that?
I'm like actually taking vocal lessons at the moment, vocal coaching,
Okay.
because I did some when I was younger, but kind of realized that I probably should kind of learn how to sing in a more healthier way. And I really, really am enjoying vocal coaching because it's really helped so far.
Oh,
yeah, with vocal fatigue and stuff like that. But like even stuff like drinking lots of coconut water.
I was wondering what that was. I was like, you know, we get water on this show, right? But then she has this big box, and I was like, what is that? It's coconut water? Is that something that really does help?
It's really hydrating. So
Really?
I just guzzle like before a show
really?
and during. Yeah.
I wish I knew this years ago. No, because I also, like, before the show started, I saw you over there, like, taking those little packs of something.
Yeah.
Was it like ginseng or something?
Honey.
Honey.
Yes, honey too.
That's a good secret though, right? Honey. I like to put it in water, but like hot water.
Oh, hot water, lemon and honey and hot water. Is that lemon
hello.
and honey tea?
That's the singer's secret. I learned that from Michael Jackson. Actually.
Oh,
You know,
really?
You know, if he does it, that he's doing something right.
I'm a
you know?
legend.
Yes. Okay. So your fans are also wondering, can we call you Unni?
Oh my god.
Like, you know, because they say that if you're cool, you're an Unni. Like, what would your fans prefer you, or what would you prefer your fans call you?
언니 좋아요.
Fans love that, you know.
언니.
When you see like a Korean singer, they're like, oh, I like to call you Unni. Like, it's like part of the experience, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure.
좋아요.
Okay, now here's a question that I think every singer loves to be asked.
Okay.
If you could collaborate with any Korean artist. Okay, so how about this? A Korean artist and a foreign artist. Let's pick one each.
There's
Who would it
too
be?
many.
You gotta pick one though.
I can't just pick one.
We're only an hour show.
Okay. 벤지노 선배님.
Oh, okay.
And oh my goodness, Tame Impala.
Okay, I see. This. They're on repeat right now. So
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But I feel like you like had this. That was like pretty natural. It was pretty quick.
Well, I mean, there's so many. I was just going through the list, going, which one do I say?
Do you listen to a lot of Benzino, like on the day?
Love.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, do you and your sister call each other by Korean names or English names? Like, what's that about? Like, how does that dynamic work?
I have. Oh, actually, when we were living in Korea back in the day,
Right.
Probably did call her by her Korean name, but not anymore. Yeah, definitely just like Dan or Danny, and same with her. Like she never called
Oli?
me cute. Yeah, Oli.
It was either Danny, it's Oli. Like,
Oli.
Is that-
Liv or Livy.
Livy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, every siblings, you know, they're all different. What they call each other. I just call my brother Hey. Yeah. Let's see. What's the longest you and your sister have gone without talking after a fight? Do you guys fight? Like argue?
We actually don't really fight. I mean, we fought a little bit when we
Who
were
doesn't
younger.
though? Siblings, you know.
Yeah, but over the dumbest stuff. I don't think we really fight much now. It's more like 잔소리 and 짜증 and yeah.
Well, because what's the age difference between you two?
5 years.
5 years. Okay, so
4.5 years. Yeah.
Well, that's a big enough difference that you're not gonna like, you know, if you're like 1 year apart, you might fight
Yeah.
more or argue more or something like that.
It's weird because it's 4.5 years, but she feels like a twin to me because
Oh, yeah?
she's so like mature and 지혜로워.
Oh yeah, well listen, I mean it works, but okay. See, this is another one about like you as a singer, what you do. What is a pre-show ritual or superstition you have before going on? Like, you know, before you go on stage. Some people they pray
Yeah.
or do push-ups or whatever. Like, do you have anything that you do?
Oh, definitely. If I'm like feeling really kind of in my head, praying helps. But it's stuff like warming up, coconut water. I try not to have a very heavy meal before because then there's no room to breathe. Yeah, stuff like that, like honey. I basically like take all of the tips that I've kind of learned over the years and just do all of them. Yeah.
Well, do you think that if you don't do one of these things, like it's bad juju or something? Like, do you feel like, oh, this, like, I feel very uncomfortable because I didn't do this, for example?
I mean, I guess like I've never had it happened because I've always done it. But if I probably like didn't have like a packet of honey or my water or something like that, I probably would feel that way.
Freak out. Like you're like, oh no,
I didn't do this. I'm
it's
not
gonna
gonna
be
perform.
like, you know, like we're gonna mess up or something.
Maybe.
No, yeah. Okay. So since you're on tour, this is a very, very relevant question. Is there an item that you always pack when you travel abroad? I'm not talking toothbrush. I'm talking, you know what I mean? Like something you need to have.
Well, I was going to say passport, but
Oh, yeah, I mean,
take that out.
obviously. You know.
Man, I am such a heavy packer. So I have I'm going overseas in about a week and I've already started listing the things I need to take on my notes.
You have a big whiteboard and you just like write everything down and cross them off as you pack it?
Literally. It's on my notes on my phone. But I would say, headphones.
Headphones, okay.
A must on the plane. This time I'm taking my laptop because I didn't take it last time and I regretted it.
Is it for work or is it for like, you know, watching TV or?
Both.
Oh, both?
Yeah. I'd say earplugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For the airplane?
For the airplane, and I always sleep with them too.
Oh, really? Is
Is
it because of the pressure or is it more because you just don't like the sound of the airplane?
Because I'm a light sleeper and I wake up at like the tiniest noises.
Oh,
so
good
I
heavens.
always need it.
For a light sleeper, the airplane is the worst place to be. Okay, let's see. If you have a day of free time, which I'm sure you don't have a lot of these days, but when you do, what do you find yourself wanting to do or that you need to do? Or you know, what would you do if you had a free day?
Sleep in.
That's the answer right
And
there.
Stay in bed all day.
That's the eye coming out.
Watch movies, listen to music, have a good lunch with my family, maybe go to a cafe, have some coffee. That's my whole day.
Oh, there we go. Listen, that's probably the best thing that you can do. I feel like every time a singer is asked that question, that's always their answer. Because like it just shows you how hard singers work, you know, and how taxing all of that can be. Let's see here. This is a question that I ask lots of people, and it's on our prompt right now, but I'm going to ask you anyway. If you had to have one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh, okay, how about this? Do you also enjoy Korean food or like Western food? Like, do you enjoy everything?
완전 할아버지 입맛이에요.
Yeah! 청국장.
Oh, yes, I love it.
High
And
five.
순댓국 이런 거
Oh,
너무
yeah.
좋아하는데 it'd definitely be something that my mum makes because
Okay.
I love her home cooking so much. Probably 월남쌈. Yeah.
Do you find yourself like you wouldn't get sick of eating it if it was like
No.
like every day for dinner?
Oh my
No?
goodness, I would be in heaven because it's so hard to make and
Yeah.
it takes a lot of time. But what I love about it is we all kind of get together as a family and we can spend like 2 hours just making them and eating and talking. So it's like the experience, I guess.
Right, yeah.
Too.
It's so hard talking about food on this show because it's right before lunch. Everyone's hungry. Okay, so, you know, these days a full-length album is, you know, a little bit sparser than it used to be. Do you have any, inclinations to create a full-length 정규 album?
Definitely. I'm hoping to release one very soon, but it's just, you know, figuring it out. It's in the early work, so.
Okay. So do you have like, I mean, as a singer-songwriter also, like you have probably a vault of songs, right?
Yeah.
But not all of them would be used for you.
Yeah. It's definitely what I connect with. And also I'm realizing more and more it's what I feel confident singing and what my voice suits as well. So yeah, hopefully.
Oh, let's hope for a 정규 album in the near future, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so if you had to describe yourself in 3 hashtags, what would they be?
Hashtag coconut water.
Okay. Hashtag honey.
Oh my gosh. I was like, hashtag coffee.
Okay.
Hashtag, I'm going to say mushroom because...
Mushroom?
Sometimes mushroom is another 별명 that I get called a lot.
Okay. because for some reason I was like, why is everything in the hashtags edible stuff?
I just realized too.
Everything's a drink or a food. And okay, but that makes sense.
I'm living for that though.
All right, but of course, we're not done here yet because we have yet another performance we have to watch. I'm hoping that I get to add another Olivia Marsh song to my playlist. So please explain the song that you want to sing.
This one's called Pina Colada, and we wrote this one kind of thinking I love to travel so much.
Okay.
So it's kind of a song to be enjoyed when you're traveling or just want to, lay back and kind of relax. I actually wrote this song when I hadn't tried pina coladas before.
Oh, really?
I have now, but I didn't at the time. So it was more like a song of longing, like what would this taste like? What would this feel like?
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, I can't wait to hear it. And while we get ready, we are going to take a quick commercial break. Next week's Tune In Time guest is saxophonist Mellow Kitchen. Here's how you can participate in advance. The time to answer all your burning questions about our guests. If you have any questions about our guests, don't hesitate. Send them to us. You want to fawn over your favorite artist? You are more than welcome. Leave a message on the official Arirang website at the Culture Crunch message board. Send us an email at culturecruncharirang@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram at culturecrunch_Arirang, and we will ask our guests the questions for you. This is an opportunity you don't want to miss. We are waiting with open arms. You guys are listening and watching Culture Crunch here on Arirang Radio and TV right now. This is our Wednesday segment of Culture Crunch. We have the stories behind the music with singer-songwriter Olivia Marsh. And she has been or is preparing for a live. Olivia, how do you feel?
Feeling so good.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Olivia Marsh, Pina Colada.
Sending my salt in the air. Thought that I was on my own. I see you there, you're unaware that you pull me to the heart of the stone. I know that you don't mess around by the look in your eyes. Better practice some patience, I'll be worth all the waiting. And I don't wanna rush this now, so I put you on ice. We got plenty of time, just relax and unwind. Never had a flavor quite like you. And it tastes like gourmet tonight. Yeah, something I wanna try. I can't get it off my mind. That pina colada. And when I'm mixing the coconut rum, tastes like perfection. I know that you're the one laying out in the sun. You're my pina colada. You're my pina colada. Make me wanna let go all my exes and no's. 'Cause your energy's clouding up my mind, but it feels so right. I know that you don't wanna mess around by the look in your eyes. Better practice some patience, I'll be worth all the waiting. And I don't wanna rush this now, so I put you on ice. We got plenty of time, just relax and unwind. Never had a flavor quite like you.
All right, you guys are listening and watching Culture Crunch here on Arirang Radio and TV. We are here in TuneIn Time with Olivia Marsh. We just listened to Pina Colada. I just got back from the Bahamas because I went there mentally.
Really?
That was incredible. No, I mean like mentally. Like it was a very, I get the tropical, you get the tropical feel. I like that. All right, here we go. Back on the playlist. It's going back up on there.
Yay!
All right, so of course we have about a zillion comments here, but I'm going to read a few of them for you here. All right, Cliff says, Spotify playlist. All right, there we go. Rainbow says, can't wait for you to come to Hong Kong. Will you be performing this song? Is this a song that you're going to be performing?
Yes, I will. Oh, I can't wait either.
Oh, wow. Okay, Benny says, wow, her second live is so good. Rainbow also says, fresh and sweet, just like a pina colada. Do you like pina coladas?
I do now.
You do?
I've only had a couple, but
Mm-hmm.
I love coconut and pineapple juice, I think it is.
Yeah.
Love.
There's lots of things in there. I don't ask, I just drink it. You know what I mean? Because I like the taste. Foolish Carpenter says, love it. And there's also like little emoticons for sunglasses and a pina colada. Let's see. 트리플 현재 says, 아침부터 your voice is like just soaring. Which, when you perform in the morning, it's not always easy because, you haven't been awake that long. And, but you are, of course, a professional and it's very awesome.
Thank you.
So we're all looking forward to what's next from you. Aside from your Asia tour, do you have anything coming up that we can be on the lookout for?
I actually have a performance in Seoul right after I come back from Hong Kong.
Really?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's a Seoul encore, and I'm so excited for that
Really?
at the moment. Yeah.
So people, has the details been coming out? Can you plug it or?
I don't think the tickets have been up yet, but yes,
find
the
out the year.
details
Okay.
have been up.
Okay. Everybody, check out Olivia Marsh's SNS. I'm assuming you can find it there, right? Everybody, let's go watch Olivia. Okay, so are you ever considering releasing songs in Korean lyrics?
I would love to. I feel like just naturally I've kind of leaned towards English lyrics for my debut EP. Just because I've been singing in English my whole life and it feels like a little bit more comfortable with my voice. But I love singing in Korean so much. So hopefully.
Ooh, because it's going to be a
soon.
whole different vibe, I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's almost time for us to leave, and I do believe that you have one more song to sing for us. But how was your experience here on Culture Crunch?
I loved it so much. Thank you for making me feel so comfortable.
Oh no, you
'cause-
made me feel comfortable.
Oh, really?
I moved. Yeah. You're welcome back whenever you got a new project. You're always welcome to come back. I do have a quick question for you though. In regards of, how would you say, songwriting perspective. Do you find that it would be difficult for you to write, in Korean versus in English?
Ooh, I'm definitely lyrics in Korean. I have written a few demos, I think, in Korean. But I had a lot of help from 작가님들. So I'm not sure if I would be able to express myself fully with Korean just yet.
Is it you can? Would you ask for help? You think when you're
Oh,
writing
absolutely.
That?
Yeah.
But it's you have to the lyric. It's a different language, and in order to 통해 or 전달해 to express a certain thing, you have to kind of take a different approach to it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Writing the lyrics too, matching it with the beat and all that stuff. Can be very different.
Yeah.
So you actually have one last song for us. Do you want to explain real quickly what that song might be?
I actually not. Have I got one more?
Oh wait, ending. Oh no, sorry. No live. Okay, we're gonna be listening to a song by you.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. I wanted to say thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so
There's
much.
one thing: picking a lucky card.
A lucky card.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm sorry. So while we're playing your song, which is going to be Olivia Marsh's "Heaven," I'll be waiting to see everybody goodbye at tomorrow again at 11:00 a.m. I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you
for joining us.
Thank you
and
so much.
you're welcome back at any time.
Thank you.
So, what are your plans for the rest of the day?
today I have a fitting.
Okay, fitting.
And then chillin' and probably have some lunch. What about you?
I'm just going to probably go home and prepare for tomorrow's show because
yeah.
that's what professionals do. You know, we know each other.
Yeah.
We kind of go that way. We are going to now listen to your final song. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
see
so much for
everybody
having me.
again soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.